Hey there, my friend. Perry Tinsley here. I personally love 30-day challenges. For me, it's a mindset thing. It gives me a focus and a target to reach in a relatively short period of time. And there are many 30-day challenges out there. You've probably come across a few of them. But do they work? I mean, do they deliver on the promise, whether it's health habits, fitness results, maybe it's productivity behaviors, organization and decluttering your environments, and changes that lead to a happy, fulfilling life? Let's talk about 30-day challenges and if they even work. Stay tuned. Hey there, my friend. Welcome to another Power Blast podcast where we provide nourishment for the soul, allowing you to transform from the inside out, providing rapid results in mindset and fitness so that you can recharge your battery and reclaim your power. Okay, I'm getting a little silly with those intros, but anyway, I guess I'm trying to time it out to the explosion, right? But before I get into all this great stuff, make sure you head over to talktoperry.com. My calendar's wide open for podcast viewers, because we're on YouTube here, right? It's also listening. You might be listening on the audio. And it's all about keeping that energy high so that you can be focused, driven, and reach all of your fitness goals. And I want to help you recharge your battery so that you can reclaim your power. Because a lot of times, many of us we're drained with energy, and we think we need more time, but we need to just have more energy to make the most of the time we have. And we'll do that in 15 minutes. That's over at talktoperry.com. Now, here's what I've done in the past 19 years to stay on track and keep going with my health, my fitness, my mindset. I challenge myself for 30 days, different ways, little challenges, and I'll kind of give you my way of doing these things. I know you've probably seen out there's like 30-day plank challenge or 30-day push-up challenge or 30-day drink water challenge, and those are really cool. For me, I test things out for 30 days. I will set a health and fitness focus just for 30 days, just to see, will this healthy habit make a difference for me? And this is how I learned and discovered to fall in love with different things, like eating vegetables. I was a big vegetable hater. And I told myself the story. I did not like vegetables. I struggled with them as a kid, totally avoided them as an adult. But I was like, do they really work? Is it really legit? I cannot eat vegetables, or can I figure out a way? I'm going to test it out for 30 days. Doing yoga. I used to avoid yoga. Meditation. Never really was into it. And 30 days, let me see what it does. Journaling. Reading for personal development. Even saving money for things like a computer or a new phone or something like that. A bunch more things over the time. And it's just always added to learning, to growth, and the quality of my life. So what I love about 30-day challenges is that I get to test out habits that I aspire to get better at. A lot of times people will start things like the beginning of the year and like, I'm going to really get healthy and fit, by the end of this next year. And they really never map out a plan or a strategy. They kind of just throw themselves into it, and maybe by week 2 or 3 they're already given up. And I'm like, well, what if you just looked at what do you want to accomplish this next 30 days? That can make a big difference. And that's where I started structuring for myself. The beginning of a month is a really great time to do it, but you can start at any time. Right now I'm currently in a strength training program. I'm like, I want to test this out. Let's see where it goes for the next 30 days. It's actually a 60-day thing, but it's like, let's start with the first 30 days. And I started mid-July. Right now, it's the middle of August, getting close to the end of August, I guess. But it was all about forming new healthy habits and breaking, or it could be breaking, a habit that doesn't serve you. I mean, I used to be a 2-pack-a-day smoker. Can you believe that? But and no longer do I say I was a former smoker. I was a smoker anymore. I just it was just something that let's test it out for the next 30 days, and hopefully you learn things along the way. Now for me, I do a few simple steps because if I stayed in my comfort zone where I'm comfortable and I really don't want to change, no change will happen. You just stay comfortable, happy, or maybe unhappy. I don't know. It really depends on where you're at in your comfort zone. We call it comfort zone, but sometimes comfort zones can become uncomfortable. But, eventually I become interested in a goal, or some sort of possibility of how might this impact my life? How might this shift for me? How might this change things or improve things, not only for me, but maybe for others? So in a blink of an eye, I make a decision. And then I dig in and I focus. I choose just one thing, maybe two, but most of the time it's just one thing that I aspire to shift over 30 days. And a lot of times it's just been in addition to what I'm doing currently. So, and then I take action. Every day I'm moving forward. I'm doing, getting on it. So let's say if it was water, I'm very diligent and getting in. I aspire to drink almost a gallon of water a day. And so I make it a mission. That is like a non-negotiable. I'm going to do that every day. Okay. So I'd ask myself, can I learn to love exercise? Because when I was first starting out, not a big fan of it. And it took a long time. I love the benefits, but the actual doing it, But can I learn to love exercise? Let me test it out for the next 30 days. Can I become somebody who exercises in the morning before work? Let me test it out for the next 30 days. Can I learn to show up and do exercising no matter what, even when I'm unmotivated? Let's test it out for the next 30 days. Can I benefit? Can I benefit from meditation? Let's test it out for 30 days. Does gratitude add value to my life and to others? Let's test it out for the next 30 days. So now realize, in 30 days, it's probably not going to solidify habits for life. And you may not even get dramatic results. You get one of those 30-day challenges like an ab and glutes challenge. You're probably not going to have six-pack abs and sculpted glutes in 30 days unless your starting point was you're already almost there. But for me, I approached it differently. I went about it saying, how can this benefit my life moving forward beyond the 30 days? And so that's what I would do. Over the 30 days, it was a learning process. How does this fit in? How does this work? How do I feel? Is this amazing? Should I continue? And I could create and generate a plan to continue and just make that a part of my routine ongoing. Because I'm always looking at, can I make this sustainable? And can I make this a lifelong habit? Will it benefit in the long run for years into the future, not just 30 days? See, sometimes, when it comes back to, let me take it to where I was exercising. Exercising, let me see if I can get into this for 30 days. And once the 30 days were done, just before the 30 days were up, I'm making a plan. What's the next 30 days look like with this exercising stuff? Same thing with vegetables. I started noticing I was feeling better. I dropped 5 pounds like in the first week. I was like, oh my gosh, they really? And so can I learn to love vegetables more along the way? Let's test it out for the next 30 days, next 30 days. Yoga, I discovered it made all my other workouts better. And I was like, oh my gosh, I avoided this for so long because I gave myself, I was passing judgment about it. And I'm avoiding it. Who wants to hold themselves in a pose for that long and be so uncomfortable? That was me. So even testing out systems like for my supplements to make sure I took them all the time. A lot of times people will buy supplements and then they forget about them or they leave them out of sight, out of mind. I'm like, can I create a ritual over the next 30 days to make that habit forming? Okay. Creating an empowering morning ritual thing, just to energize your day. Now, speaking of that, make sure you jump on my calendar. I call it a recharge call. It's absolutely free. It's over at talktoperry.com. You can see my calendar there. And I want to hear what goals you have, what things you're working through, struggles that are being an energy drain for you. And I can tell you within 15 minutes of us talking together where you're going to get the best results from, what direction you should head, so that you can recharge your battery and reclaim your power. And you'll walk away with 3 strategies so that you can boost your energy, big one, reclaim your time, and make you the priority. Seriously, how would your life look different if your battery, mental and physical, was running at 100% every single day? That's over at talktoperry.com. So do 30-day challenges work? For the most part, I think they do. I think they do for me. Maybe it's not the dramatic promise and results, but I know that there are some people out there, and this might be you, who approach 30-day challenges differently. They don't embrace the journey as they go along. They look at a 30 days challenge as, oh, this is something I'm doing for this 30 days, but it's something I got on and I'm doing, and I can't wait to get off it. Okay. And not looking at how can I apply what I'm learning to my life to keep adding quality to it to move forward. And some of these might be lessons where it's like, okay, I know that this is something I definitely don't want to do for the continuing on in my life. So you learn along the way that way. But if it's something that you're really benefiting from that can really take things to new levels, why not use that 30-day time to learn and grow and keep moving forward? I usually say that at the end of the podcast, right? So I don't look at it as a 30-day thing. Can't wait till the 30 days are done so I can go back to my old ways and my comfort zone. That's no breakthroughs are going to happen there. It's daily repetition. It fires up the momentum. It leads into consistent action. And along the way, small successes do happen. If you pay attention and embrace the journey and think, how can I apply this moving forward? Sometimes people are like, I'm just, they aren't shifting the mindset stuff and never give themselves the opportunity to grow and get better. I just personally say, continue forward. This leads me to the person who, let's say you're going through your 30-day challenge and then you miss a day or something like that. And you're like, oh, I got to start all over, or that didn't work. That's just giving up. I say, you know what? So what? This isn't really going to matter in the long run, in years and years and years. What if you just continued on and kept going with your growth to see what happens? You may have a shift there. Because that perfectionist stuff, that all or nothing thing, well, that's not really serving you, right? So that's where I personally do this 30-day thing. I think it could be a challenge. I think it would be an effective challenge to at least test out new habits. And that could lead to a healthy, fulfilling life. It's picking a challenge that aligns with your goals, and having realistic expectations about it. Just because you're doing 30 days doesn't mean it's like, hey, I'm going to drop 100 pounds on it or anything like that. But just know that you can choose to use your power and take control, or you can let the excuses, justifications, the comparison stuff, just control you and drain your power. So it's deciding and committing to yourself and your goals. And you can decide in an instant. It takes time, takes focus, but it's choosing to figure out new ways, looking at possibilities, learning and growing, and keep moving forward. I'd love to hear your top takeaway from today. Drop those in the comments. You can send me over an email. That would be awesome. Or catch me on social. You absolutely rock, my friend. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week. That's another Power Blast podcast in the books. Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, when you are ready to recharge your battery, make sure you go to talktoperry.com. That's talktoperry.com. That's Perry. And I want to listen. I want to hear, what's going on. I want to help you in that 15-minute call to recharge your battery and reclaim your power so that you're off and running and creating massive momentum toward your dream. Also, every day, I am delivering more motivation, support, tips, and strategies inside my free community with amazing people like yourself. And we are conquering the mindset and the fitness. I do 52 weeks of free training in there. Plus, I coach and I mentor people, as well as give you access to tons of resources and guides. It's called my Upside Down Fitness community because we work on a lot of mindset stuff, the inside stuff. And we're a fun group of people striving to make healthier habits in this awesome chapter of life. So make sure you get in there. I promise you'll absolutely love it. Just head over to upsidedownfit.com and you can get into the group. And hey, you would be an awesome friend if you get over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave an honest rating and review for the Power Blast podcast. It helps awesome people like you find the show even faster, and that's who I'm looking for, awesome people like you. That's all I have for this week, my friend, and just to let you know, you absolutely rock. That's all I have for this week. I'll see you on the next Power Blast podcast, and always remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.